Somebody cut Sean's brakes and he crashed his car into the side of a building, and we lost the call.
Why were you DMing while driving? Why?
Crash into a tree.
Now,
I crash into this scene. All right. Did you guys hear any of that? Where did I stop?
No.
Up to the point where she was covering her face.
yeah.
She covers her face and seems to be tapping out. So now it's your turn, Mac.
Alright, so I'm lawful good. So I agree with Qualis here, so I let her go.
I mean, you don't have to follow your alignment. You can do whatever you want. But
I know. I would like to follow my alignment
Maybe
because
just don't say it out loud so it doesn't sound so like, well, I guess if I have to.
yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But
So I drop her. I'm more actually interested in making sure that Nyx, who just got walloped, is okay. So let's see. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Go ahead and
Go get your sword.
yeah, I'll run on over here, pick up my sword from Nyx.
There you go.
Probably dropped it or something. I don't know.
yeah, you can pick it up.
Then let's see. What do I want to do now that I have my sword?
As you pick it up, you feel it sort of vibrate like it did when you first picked it up, but it doesn't happen as long. It's just really brief.
Okay. Oh,
Acknowledges you.
Yeah, it's getting used to you. This is your
not good.
pet sword.
Nah. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead.
And quit.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna move.
Oh, thanks.
No. This is good. All right. I'm gonna move here instead. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I have to pick up my sword. All right.
Chess.
Fuck it. I'm back here. I'm still gonna use it though. Whatever. Use my luring strike. So it's intelligence versus AC. 17 plus.
Would you just learn what your intelligence is?
I know.
It's 4.
Is it 4? Alright, good. 21.
Yep.
Alright, so then damage wise. This is not my d10. Where the fuck? There it is. Alright, so 6 plus 8. So it's 12.
6 plus 8. 14. I do math. I'm smart. Stefan's dumb.
What was it?
Then you're Grover. That's Grover. You're doing Grover.
Yeah, alright. 14 damage and we switch places.
Alright. The dwarf is...
Well, the old switcheroo on him. This is switcheroo.
The dwarf is now
Hey,
beloved.
this is Castall.
So you give him a slice and a shove and a push, and he kind of tumbles onto his gut, and he's starting to bleed from both a crossbow shot and a cut. So he's looking not too good.
Crossbow shot wasn't bleeding before, but now it is. It's starting to leak out.
Yeah, he's leaking booze.
Oh, snap.
He's basically made of booze. He's a new monster I made up called the Booze Man. I hope you guys think it's cool. Okay. Next is the dead elf. She stays dead.
Oh.
She was carried to the afterlife by grunts.
Now, Mervis shambles onto the field. All right, next is your turn.
Can I shoot over dead things?
Sure.
Kind of laying down, aren't they?
How big are they? Is it like a pile?
I mean, unless it's a giant thing, you don't have, and even if it was, you can fly.
That is true. I'm usually flying.
You can fly vertically.
Sean's upset. Just fly vertically.
I can get this over.
Gonna go ahead and be over here in this square then.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I drew a line. And I'm going to that one at will power that I've done like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Sly flourish and throw a dagger at him.
Okay.
Oh, classic.
Oh god, that is so bad. 10 versus AC. I don't think I hit.
No, you don't.
Nope.
I hit a 10-year-old.
So the dagger just flies and gets stuck in his hat.
Yeah.
What's with everything? What's with everything flying into me and not hitting me today?
Blood seeping out from his lip.
Land his gut. I just tore in two.
Now it's the incapacitated Dragonborn, and now it's the Pixie's turn. The Pixie kind of looks over at her completely destroyed friends, and she kind of she looks this way and that at him, and she decides not to give up. Instead, she begins to make a run for it in the field.
So good.
When she gets this far,
After her. After her, eh?
Don't let her call reinforcements.
so she just kind of looks around and is panting and just breaks off and sort of half flies and half runs across the field as quick as she can. And next is Thatch. Thatch is going to see her start to run, and in his gnollish ways, he's going to want to follow her and track her down. So he gets to the side of the fallen tree and he lines up a shot.
Dang it. That was going to be cool and order Thatch to do that.
And
Still talk to Thatch even on his turn.
natural 20.
Oh.
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 Oh my god, Thatch.
And he is
Thatch is like Thatch is the miracle kid, everybody.
This is why I brought him.
going to do... Oh, wow.
He's gonna brain that lady.
He's going to fire his bolt, and it's going to sail, and since she is fleeing combat, and she was struck for quite a bit of damage, she is actually knocked off her feet by the shot. And she is now...
Yeah, pins are between the wings.
And she is now bloodied.
Hot damn, dude.
So he lines up a shot, fires, just kind of sticks between both of her feet. Or she's hopping and flying and trying to get away. Thatch kind of growls. Ah. And next up is Declan.
Oh, dang it. Everyone's made any move that I had planned impossible.
You could come heal me.
Hey, guess what? I was
Huh?
going to before you moved. I had the exact course planned.
Could have mentioned it before I moved.
I can't.
Man, Gypsy Joe yells out, "We got him on the ropes, boys!"
5.
In a very sort of flashbacky fashion.
Alright.
Celebrate me.
Celebrate.
So, in a divine fashion, I'm going to challenge this dwarf.
In a divinely challenging way.
I'm gonna... Since I'm closer to him, it's gonna have like a greater effect on his soul. I'm gonna like look him in the eye and flash it into him.
Okay. Alright, go for it.
And
Oh,
then...
you don't have to make a roll for that, right?
No. It automatically happens. It's kind
You
of
look,
like...
you look into his eyes. His mouth is agape as it was before, although he's bleeding a little bit out of it. His eyes are wide. You look, and it goes straight to the dark of his eyes. Everything is black. Out of the darkness, slowly, slowly comes the same mug of beer. Only this time, it seems to be leaking on one side.
And then I'm gonna do. Jesus. This is the exact same, so why would I? Anyway.
Just hit him with your mace.
I'm gonna hit him with a forbidding strike. So let's do this song and dance again.
The same old routine.
Oh, nat 20.
All right.
Boom!
Oh my god.
For your damage.
D8.
You don't have to roll.
That automatically is an 8, huh?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Great.
I was gonna grab it and then check for what the highest number was on the D8. Is my thing.
All right, roll your, if you want to spare him,
Oh shoot.
D6.
Good luck.
D6.
You're either going to get dark side or light side points here, buddy.
Oh man.
We can't even control it.
Sometimes you can't.
I did let the other chick go, so I didn't have to worry about that.
As it comes down, time slows down, and I wish for Leve to be kind in this moment.
6.
She hears me.
All right. So you smack him upside the face with your mace, and he falls back with his arms spread out, straight to the grass. And he just kind of lays there, and you can hear him sort of groaning in pain and agony.
I have my hands together in a prayer for him.
Ow.
And
Oh, my neck. I can't breathe.
Oh.
Plot
See,
twist, he's paralyzed. There you go.
he has
In the
severe,
next race, he's got a cartoon cast on his leg. He's
severe
got
hemorrhage.
a band-aid.
All right, Al, it's your turn, buddy.
Wow.
Kill Joe.
Oh,
God.
I'm gonna get the pixie.
All right.
We've gone on long enough.
He just shoots her with a lightning bolt.
Through the brain.
Roll to save her. Oh, nope. You fried her brain. Congrats.
You can roll to save her. I don't want to.
Okay, then.
Oh geez, just this giant minotaur hobbling after you. No! No! No!
After getting shot in the foot. Oh, here it comes, here it
But
comes.
I always do it in this way.
finally happening, you guys. I'm finally gonna use one of my dailies.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay, let me forget what the exact details of it are. Let me just scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use freezing cloud. So it's 2 within 10 squares. But okay, so
It's got like an abacus.
yeah, and right, misses half damage. Okay. All right, so okay, so it's intelligence versus fortitude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a 2. Mistakes, but if all right, now this is why you do the thing because I get half damage still.
Okay. And
Like daily. All right, then so that's +5 attack, +1 d8.
You were spate upon.
All right, so that after all the math is done, that's 6 damage. Okay, and any creature that enters the cloud or starts its turn, they're subject to another attack. And it's full damage, so okay.
all right. 6 damage.
6 damage. 6 damage. 6 damage. Let's get fired up, everybody.
I'm fired up.
Actually, let's see. Yep. Okay, what attack was that?
That was like daily. It's called Freezing Cloud.
All right. Now I want you to roll to see if you kill her.
Oh
Big
my
man's
god!
Possible loss of innocence.
All right, do it. Just roll a 20. Let's roll a 20.
No, Al, you roll a d6.
Roll a 6.
Roll the Monopoly dice.
All right, Monopoly. Monopoly. I got to. Oh my god! I am so sorry. Oh jeez.
What did you roll?
I got a 3.
Oh.
Oh, okay. As you use that attack, she sort of turns around and puts her arm out to you, sort of like, no, stop. And as you use that, she becomes completely frozen,
Oh.
and she just,
Oh.
yeah, she's just frozen.
Oh, I am so sorry. Oh my god. Can I fix? Oh my goodness gracious. Can I
That's
fix it?
Is that no? She is dead. That just sort of.
Oh,
Can
well,
I unfreeze
She's not quite dead. She's slowly going through the most intense hypothermia for about 2 minutes, then she'll die.
oh my god.
So it's probably one of the most terrifying things. Probably worse than being burned.
Mine
Oh,
was
geez.
freaking painless.
It's probably
Relic.
worse than being burned alive, actually. So, great job.
Ow.
Hey, high five for not.
Probably never would have happened if we hadn't stolen their wallet.
So, yeah, her and the grass around her sort of just is crystallized into ice. And she's locked in a look of desperation and fear. And she's with an arm out and a leg up, just frozen. And as Thatch is sort of reloading a bolt, he looks up and is like, oh, oh.
That was cold.
He doesn't say that. All right, and so you, yeah, beat them all. And now, and Gypsy Joe, he takes in a couple of deep breaths, and he steps over to the Dragonborn, who's lying on his stomach, and he hefts his axe over his head after setting the tip at the mercenary's neck. But he finally just lowers the axe, and he decides against the head-for-head policy that he seemed to about to enact. Instead, he just takes a few more deep breaths, a few angry breaths, and just points the axe at the Dragonborn again, angrily stating, Monstrous Nest Niran. And Nyx and Thatch both know that that means Monstrous never yields, which is an old phrase that was popular in the South during the war, even when they were losing. And so Joe just kind of slumps into a more weak posture. And he kind of sits back down onto his stump like an old man. All of the fire seemed to have left his eyes and his stature. And he sets his axe down and picks up the remnants of his guitar and sighs. Thatch doesn't seem too happy either. He's kind of gnawing at his claws as he looks at the frozen woman and the other bloodied corpses lying around. And he has his crossbow under the crook of his arm as he's just kind of wandering around the field looking at everything. And Gypsy Joe just kind of sitting there for a while, and you guys can do whatever you want now.
Well, I look at the frozen woman. I go, oh shit,
Dignan!
Dignan, this is not okay.
Imagine this is like a really horrible moment for Dignan.
Oh my god. Oh. This is the worst.
I point, I kind of gesture at Vane and Nyx, and then at the bodies as I start to walk on over to Big Dan. And I give him a
Big
pat on the back.
Dan. Oh, this was gross.
Yeah, buddy, it was
Super,
gross.
super gross.
It's a pat.
It's a really wet slapping sound, even though there's nothing wet to slap.
We're just I got like my arm around his shoulder. We're both looking at it. There's just a silence. Wow, that is gross.
So, Vane sheaths her sword, which, and then she looks over at Nyx, kind of inspects her for injury, and then pipes up, "Are you all right?"
All right.
Yay.
I'm just gonna do a dismissive wave and then reach down and take the dead elf's daggers and loot her.
She's bleeding everywhere.
Oh yeah, there's on the elf there. She has like a really decorative like silver tiara that she seemed to have been wearing that completely doesn't go with anything else that she's wearing, since she has like spine shoulder pads and a bunch of weird leather. But she seems really proud of that tiara she had, but it looks very expensive.
These goth kids are fighting.
So I'm gonna take her crown, her coin purse, and her dagger, and anything else of value on her corpse, because I am cold-hearted.
All right. You find 32 coins in the coin.
Oh!
32 real coins.
Oh shit!
And so, Thatch is going to walk over to the Dragonborn. He's gonna kind of look down at him. I mean, he doesn't seem convinced that the Dragonborn is gonna get back up and try to kill him. So he's just kind of keeping his distance, and he's looking at a Gypsy Joe who's mourning his guitar. And so Joe just sort of sits there, and he seems completely oblivious to everything else. He just says, "Well, luckily the bastard didn't seem to cut through the strings themselves, so I might be able to repair her myself once I get into town." Ugh. He looks at all of you and he shakes his head. He sighs again. "Well, I'm sorry, folks. I guess I let my temper get the best of me."
You don't set. No, it's fine.
"Well, they were threatening your friend, and well, after they cut through Ina, I felt like I had to get back on the front lines again, if you know what I mean."
I put it the first time.
I straight up froze a lady, motherfucker.
I turn. Dignan! No!
Oh,
Gypsy Joe
fuck
gets
you,
up. He stands up on the stump and looks over at what horrible fate that Dignan is dealt out. And he just kind of squints. "Oh, that's a sad way to go, let me tell you. You know, right now, Sonny, she's still alive. But there's nothing you can do for her."
Joe, come on.
I'm
I'm sorry. I'm just saying it like it is. I've seen
sitting
it
over here now.
I do apologize.
I've got my foot on the Dragon Man's back.
All right.
Quite a heavy foot. I'm gonna give Thatch a pat and then gesture to the woman that needs searching. Or, well, just checking up on the prone dwarf woman.
All right. And Thatch is gonna kind of reel at your touch like he does for anyone who touches him, and he just kind of oh. He looks over at the body that's lying over there, and he kind of slinks his way across to look at her, and he kneels down, sort of crouching. Seems to not really care that she's hurt, just kind of looking her over for anything valuable. And Joe looks up at you and he's like, "Whew, and here I thought we were going to get to play a concert."
I don't really know what to say to him. Just ha ha.
"Well, let me tell you, these types, I'm sure they had it coming."
I'm just gonna pick the dragonborn sword out of the ground, hold it over my shoulder.
All right.
All right, round up the live ones. Get out your rope. We got question asking to do.
Can we bury the dead people first?
No, that's not priority here.
Okay.
So Vane hears this, nods, and is this actually someone in front of this chick?
Yeah, it's Thatch.
It's Thatch. Okay. And she goes over near Thatch.
He's one.
What?
The dwarf didn't die.
I don't want to talk to him. I'm more interested. She has the crystal on her staff, doesn't she?
Alright.
Yeah. At this point, I'm really curious about this because my sword vibrated at me when I picked it up.
Well, it'd be nice if you could heft over this dwarf over here while
Oh.
we're getting a pile set up.
Okay, look. That guy is an asshole.
Drag him over. I'll pry the crystal out of her staff with my thievery tools and give you the crystal.
You
Sound
want-
like a plan?
Do you want Nyx to lift a dwarf?
No, fine.
I can't. It's too heavy.
Where are we bringing them?
Yeah, Sean can move him just right there.
Alright, so I drag him by his arms over toward Qualis. Like I register what he says and I just grab his arms and I yank him over.
Whoa.
All right. Thatch kind of hears what you say, and he drags the dwarven lady by the foot, completely just dirting up what's left of her robe. Just insult to injury, literally. And sets her right by where old man is. Oops.
Hey,
And all right. Al, what are you doing?
Dignan's being sad.
Trying to make.
How he just caused the most gruesome death in D&D history.
Yeah, I'm trying to flip the bird here, but somebody keeps erasing it.
Trying to flip the bird here.
All right. Gypsy Joe looks up from his guitar and sees all the bodies sort of out in front of him and the groaning coming from them, and he's like, "Oh, well, don't worry about what's left of them. I'll let the city watch know that there was a bandit attack," and he kind of winks. "And what a tragedy it was for these poor, defenseless travelers."
Because
And,
they look defenseless.
"Don't worry, they'll send someone to scrape this sorry lot off the road and fix them up or something. I'm sure they will."
Dear God.
Joe, are you going to kill these people when we're gone?
"Oh, I'm heading in town. What do you mean? I'm going to go
Alright.
tell people to get them and bring them in."
Sorry, it's just when people talk like that, dude, sometimes. It's nothing.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe we should stay and question them when they wake up. Yeah?
That's what I was going to do.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
while they're not awake, I'm going
Ah.
to search this man that Joe bested for anything besides that blue crystal.
Oh, which person?
I'm going to call him Drake. What was his name?
You didn't give the name.
Yeah, but the guy shouted it. We heard the dwarf.
No,
No.
he shouted that I
The dwarf
killed
shouted
the elf.
Vel was apparently the name of the elf.
Oh, okay. Well, and I kneel down and I search Squeaky, the dragon.
You find really nothing of value on Squeaky except 21 gold coins. But he seemed to have been concealing on himself inside his like chest plate because Nyx did not lift it off of him when
Nope,
she.
I'm not going in there. I'm not that brave.
Nick, search his boobs.
I don't want to search his boobs.
Search
I
his
cut off his coin purse.
Just guys.
God.
No, it's like, Nick, grab his coin purse. She looks up. You mean like his balls? No.
Oh, and Thatch seemed to have pulled some sort of very interesting looking gold necklace out from the dwarven woman's bosoms.
Jeez.
He's not too shy to go there, so. Or he doesn't really register it.
I feel like he
Get out
just
of the
doesn't
way.
really register it.
These
Goddamn
things
tits
out of the way.
in the way of my necklace.
So I guess Vane will search our dwarven friend over here.
All right. You find a very dirty-looking handkerchief.
Ew.
And in the other handkerchief, you find what looks to be a wooden, like one of those things you put on a door at like an inn or something to register that someone's in there.
Sign.
Seems to have stolen.
Oh man. Oh, that's a spank rag.
But there's a few runes on it, but yeah, he carved in a few things on
Do
them.
not disturb.
Sock on the door.
He just kind of like tucks it back into his shirt, like, oh.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Did anybody search the dwarven lady? I guess
Yeah.
he took the necklace off.
Yeah.
but Is that it?
yeah, he seemed to have searched most of her, and I mean her coat isn't worth much anymore.
That's true.
Might have been, but we ruined it. Crucified
She
it.
does. The staff is still there though.
Dignan, come here and see if the staff does you any good. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna pry the crystal out of it.
I use an orb. But
Okay.
From the other side of the map, I use an orb.
He's like a. What is he?
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm going over here. This is my path. I'm over here now.
He's like kicking the dirt along the way. He comes all this way just to mutter. I use an orb.
What's all about?
All right, but I guess let's see if the staff works all right.
All right. You want to pick it up?
I
I
pick
hand
up
it
the
to him.
staff.
All right. Roll an Arcana check, Al.
Okay. Let's see, 16 plus, let's see, what's my thing?
Oh.
Okay, 16 plus 10, 26.
Oh wow. Yeah. The thing seems to light up even better than it did in its original owner's hands. Immediately when you touch it, the crystal seems to come to life in a very sort of soft glow kind of fashion. It's sort of like a yellowish crystal, kind of amber colored now, and you seem to be able to channel your magic through it, as you can feel it be sort of an extension of yourself as you do with your orb. And if you want to take it, you're going to get...
my orb.
No.
Well, I'll take it then, I'll take it.
All right, and you're going to get a +2 to your basic... do you have like a magic missile or anything that you use?
Magic missile.
Arcane bolt. It's barrage. My bad. It was a terrible WoW reference. I'm just gonna leave.
Got Ghost Sound, Light, Mage Hand, Predestination, Ray of Frost, Thunder Wave, Goring Charge, Orb of Imposition,
You're going to
Burning
get...
Hand, Color Spray,
Keep going.
You're the lightning one.
Deep, Freezing Cloud, Shield, and Arcane Insight.
If you use your, the lightning, what was it, the lightning barrage?
Thunder wave?
Thunder.
Okay,
Thunder.
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 Oh. Man, I really like the aesthetic of the orb. I don't want Al to have to change.
Well, it looks
I'll
like you
have-
might
well,
be able to situate your orb in place of the crystal if you want.
I was going to suggest that.
Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
Alright, I'll just prop that out for you.
And just take the crystal.
I hand the crystal to Vane.
Alright, good.
Right now, you can now fasten your orb onto the staff. Everything is led up to this, so you better not screw it up.
With this, I put it on with this tape I bought at the store.
It fits pretty well. Fits pretty snug. So you get yep. I'll tell you a bonus what you get later.
So, I guess Vane is now examining the Jesus Christ, the crystal, and if it, I don't know, has any properties that are doing anything to her sword at all.
You roll an Arcana check.
Oh, okay, can do. What is my bonus?
What are my bones?
What are my bones? I get a +9
Goddamn.
on that roll. All right, 19.
All right. You sort of bring the crystal around different parts of the sword, seeing if any of the things react to it, but nothing seems to be coming to life, and there's no sort of abnormalities that are happening. But the crystal itself is glowing. It's almost like pulsing, like a heart might, only very slowly, and it definitely has some sort of arcane charge in it, and you might be able to sell it to someone for a nice
Nice
amount.
pence.
All right, I'll go ahead and put that in my backpack.
Shut up.
All right. One thing we do know.
I stole the elves' daggers. Do I get anything fancy for that, or are they just nicer looking daggers?
They're swords.
Fine. They're pointless then. I don't use them.
Curved swords.
You're able to use a sword.
But I don't
I
know.
guess if you don't want to. You don't have any abilities that pertain to that.
Nope. They're all light blades or daggers. Are they light swords? Or
Yes, they're short swords. So yes,
I guess that qualifies as a light blade.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take them then.
All right. You're gonna use those as your standard weapons instead of your daggers.
Yep.
All right. It's gonna be a +2 for either of those.
Either or both?
I mean, one is +2.
Oh, okay. Main hand dagger, sword, light sword.
All right.
Take down what?
Mix notes.
So
You can do that.
Is she, though?
Joe just kind of sits there for a while, just sort of looking over all of them and reassuring you guys that, yeah, I'll let the watch know to come pick these idiots up. Doesn't look like they're getting up anytime soon, let me tell you that. And kind of, well, we showed them what for, at least.
Well, I need them to. I kind of hoist up the Dragonborn and shake him a little. I need this one up.
He doesn't seem to respond. He's just kind of laying there limp.
You could heal him a little.
It's alright. It's true.
That is true.
If you want to.
Is he already proficiently tied up?
Did you tie him up?
Let's tie his hands up.
All right.
Go ahead.
We're tied.
Sean, do sound effects. All right.
All right.
Now, we'll perform a heal check to help this man up.
Thatch kind of looks at you across and says, No.
Shush. I get an 11.
You send a surge through him to sort of revitalize him, almost like a defibrillator, sort of. He kind of jolts a little bit, but he doesn't really seem to respond to it. He doesn't get up or stir after that.
Since I'm a robot, I'm making the sound effects. Bing!
I told you, Sonny, he's not getting up.
Hold on. Clear! Bing! Can I do another one?
You can do one more.
I did, and that's going to be a 21.
All right. You jolt him, and you visually see like something sort of like a spark kind of leap from his armor into him, and, like, kind of jolts to life. His wound seems to be at least temporarily sealed up, and he sort of scrambles onto his back and looks around like he'd just, woken up after days and days of being out. He kind of looks at all of you.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What? Where am I? What happened?
What?
Why am I? Is this my blood?
What? Yeah.
Who are you? Oh.
Yes. What?
Now
Oh.
now I remember.
Okay.
What do you want?
I snap mechanically at Nyx for the crystal she picked up off of him.
What crystal?
Yeah, what crystal?
What was it she picked out of his little coin purse?
I never shared that with you people.
We know you did.
Fine. Here. I want it back though. Stole that fair and square.
I crush it.
God. No.
Is this why they were chasing us? Is this why I had to waste that lady?
We can find out. I kind of wave it in front of him. I don't like the shade of blue on this. What is this thing?
He looks at you. He looks at the crystal with. He tries to look as unimpressed as possible, but being still sort of shocked from being reawoken and kind of still hurting. He doesn't look quite as intimidating as he'd like. He kind of just looks at you and goes, "I don't know. We found it on one of our dungeon. We went in a dungeon and we found it."
I just look at everyone else. That was real convincing. What's your
Do you care what it does?
I don't have a lot of intimidate because it's based off of charisma. What is wrong with my touchpad?
Wow, you have a broken touchpad. It's a bad laptop.
Let's see. What could I do?
That was 0 intimidate.
I have
I
Arcana,
can
Athletics. I have a bunch of endurance. I have
I
history.
can intimidate.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, scare him.
Scare.
I'll roll for intimidate.
It's like, oh, don't feel like talking, huh? Well,
20.
I got a good friend who can take care of that for you. And then Nyx just floats up.
It's a 20 on intimidate.
Oh.
All right. So what do you do?
Do we know if he's from? No, he's just a mercenary. Mercenaries hear of assassination companies, right? I'm going to reach into my bag and show him a token that acknowledges that I am from an assassin's guild.
All right. He looks at it and he kind of raises a brow, really not a brow, but where his brow would be if he had one. And he kind of looks at you, and he gets a little more wide-eyed. Oh, the crystal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah.
All right, fine. We were paid to come after you guys and take you out, and we were going to use the stupid little gnoll friend of yours behind that dead, useless dwarf. I don't know, is he dead? I don't know. He's hiding over there, though. I'm going to use him as an excuse to come after you, but, well, guess that didn't work out, did it?
No. I just slowly turn his head around to face the top left to look at the icy grave of his pixie friend.
Oh my god!
He can't see behind the tree there.
Ah, dang it. Well, trust me, there's something really scary back there, and when you get up, you're gonna see.
So, Sean, what is endurance good for?
Endurance.
Nothing.
Whoa, ow.
Nothing.
Engineering.
I have a ton of
No how.
Cool too.
What do you mean in combat or like?
No, like outside of combat.
You mean
Oh.
Constitution?
No, I mean endurance.
Skill.
It's a thing. It's a skill.
Oh, well.
A ton of endurance.
Oh, it's for like lifting
It's-
things and stuff.
Oh, can I like
well,
lift him and
Holding
shake him?
things.
You're strong.
it's for like swimming or
Good.
well, it's like you're able to run for a long time or stuff like that.
Can I use it as a form
Lot
of
of
intimidate, but it's just like me like getting all up in people's faces and like picking them up or like holding them tightly?
You lift a rock. I'm real strong.
No, you can do a lot of reps. Just do a whole lot of reps in front of them.
You want to use that to intimidate him?
I don't
He's
know.
already
Like 100
intimidated.
Well, I wasn't saying him in particular. I just mean like in the future, because I feel like Vane's pretty scary in a way that maybe not like words, but the fact that it's just this silent
She can do a ton of reps.
monster who can
Like-
do a ton of reps.
One
Yeah.
last rep.
All right. Well, I'll let you know if you can use that if you bring it up again. But
Okay,
And-
I'll try to be creative with it.
Anyway. Oh. If you can intimidate him by it's kind of a big tree.
Just pick
So
up
maybe
the
you
tree.
could just roll the tree over.
Oh my god, I
Anyway.
could.
Dragonborn seems to be trying to reach for something as subtly as possible in one of his, like, sort of inside pouch.
Okay,
Yes.
I've got this. So Vane notices, and she just like kicks him and puts a big old foot on top of him.
Oh yes, kick the near dead dragon that we had
Okay,
to
I
heal
don't like
twice.
kick him with my weight. I just like stomp on him to get him to stop.
11:30.
Sorry.
What is with your voice?
He just kind of stops and jolts
He's
and
just
up at you, and
he's just naturally loud.
he seems to
I
be
know
fading
this.
away. He seems to be going back to
Cool.
being conscious, and he's lying back down. His head's getting more.
Ask him who contacted him.
Yeah, I
Or
was gonna.
I guess I could do that.
Oh.
Gonna smack his face and
Who
ask him who
sent
hired
you?
him.
All right. As he's smacked, he kind of. He just kind of just stares at you. He doesn't look scared. He doesn't look angry. He just seems very blank while looking at you when you mention like who contacted him to get rid of you.
Gonna have to do another intimidate.
I think it's a little late for that. He's nearly dead. Just let him fall asleep and we'll search him for a note or something. People usually have notes for this kind of stuff. Not
He's-
that I
he-
would know.
He sort of just completely goes out like a light, and you can't really even tell he's breathing unless you put your hand up to where his nostrils were, because he just looks so very comatose. And
Alright, I'm gonna search him for a note or other helpful hint of things.
Perception.
Perception? Who has the highest perception? Because it's probably not me anymore.
A +2 to my perception.
What about Al?
Let me check. A 5.
That's better.
I have a 6.
Well, you mean not
Well-
very good.
What do you have? It was better before.
Me? No.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. Perception. And I roll a 15. So,
Alright.
more than 20. 21.
You
on
search
total.
him, and you finally just get the idea to unstrap the front plate of his beat up chest plate, and you don't really see anything else in there except there is a marking that seems to have been carved magically into the centerpiece of his chest piece on the inside, and it looks very similar to the one that you saw in the Azarine district that you guys were in when you took your little tumble down the rabbit's hole.
Ah, jeez.
Alright.
Not this again.
That's good. Can I throw the chest plate away? Just
Sure.
hurl it into the field somewhere?
Uh-huh.
Yay, doing that.
Alright. Tipsy Joe just kind of watches you guys do this whole thing, just kind of sitting with his arms kind of hanging off his knees, just kind of lamenting his guitar quietly. I don't know what y'all are doing this for. What's got you itching?
Suspicion?
Well, a man was hired to kill us, so
Well, I guess I would do it.
Kill us or search?
Kill.
Well,
Said
who'd you piss off? If you don't mind me asking.
do you recognize that symbol, old man? Old man?
What symbol? Where?
Thanks,
I'll
Nick.
go get it.
We just
Okay.
wait like 2 minutes.
I want you to make a perception check because you threw it in the tall grass.
Damn it. 19 total.
All right. After searching, you've become a master at looking at things in tall grass. And you know something. You know when something is a rock and when something is a sword and when something is a chest plate. So you
Plus
pull
2
the chest
permanent bonus to perception in tall grass.
plate and you find the chest plate.
I brandish it again. Recognize this, old man?
The old man, he leans forward on the stump, squinting his eyes. If he had glasses, he'd be putting them on. And he looks and he's like, "Ooh, my. That
Good.
came off this fella right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are in a heap of mess and trouble right now.
I'm just like
Oh,
stuttering.
boys, we're about to get
Not
into it.
good. Good.
I haven't seen that symbol since I saw it flying in banners against the people we was fighting during the war.
Wait a minute. These are people who were against
Nazis.
Azarain in the war?
Oh, they were the Azarain.
Ah!
Wow.
You're right next to Vane.
What a twist.
Ah! I drop it.
Yeah, if you go into the Azarain district, or what used to be the Azarain district in Oris, and he points a thumb back at Oris that you guys came from, he's like, well, you'll probably see a lot of the broken symbols that they had of that kind in there. Maybe.
Don't worry. We've been.
Oh, really?
Don't go.
Oh, I don't plan on, Sonny.
They've got a gator problem.
Gator problem. Oh,
We fixed the gator problem, eh?
well, trust me, we got a bigger gator problem down south.
Good.
I think your pixie friend can tell you all about that.
I simply smile.
All right, well, I think I'm going to be heading off into town now. It seems to be getting a little dusky. And it does seem to be almost pretty much the end of dusk. Everything's orange. It's getting to be dark now. And the city already seems to be lighting up with lamps and artificial lights and whatnot in the distance.
All right. Shall we head forward and set up camp somewhere to sleep for the night?
We should.
Indeed.
When we set up camp, I'm just gonna deactivate for 4 hours before anyone actually has to sleep, so I can be up all night, staring into the wilderness.
Okay.
Oh. Before Joe goes, I tell him, "Hey, look up Deus Ex Machina. Might be able to help you out with the guitar."
Yeah, he packs up his things and he's like, he gets his axe and he straps it onto his pack and pulls it over himself. He kind of rolls his shoulder, feeling a little beat up as he does. And
road.
starts to walk a little bit down the road. He's like, well, safe travels to y'all. And as he gets further down the road, he turns around one last time and he says, oh, and I do sincerely hope you find all those keys you're looking for. And he grins.
Shit!
And he starts, he grins for once. And he's seemingly missing a tooth in one spot, and he just continues on down the road, whistling some old southern folk tune.
Oh my god. He was a tree spirit.
And we walk down the road to Sam Camp, just on that.
But we never mentioned keys.
Yes, that was the point.
That's
I
creepy, isn't it?
know. But what do we do? Should we
Mhm.
go after him and ask? Obviously, he knows
No.
things.
He's gone. It's too late.
It's the
Ah.
urgency.
He's a crazy old, senile old,
Should go
crazy
after him
old
if you
priest.
want.
Crazy old nurse.
It's your adventure if you.
Nah.
Just go up
Okay,
there, we
well.
beat up Joe.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And that's it.
Woo!
And part 2.
Woo!
The curtains close, and we all take our bow, and then we go right back on stage to wait a day or.
And
a
then
week.
as the sun sets, there's a slow zoom in on the frozen pixie girl who still has a look of
And-
perdition on her face with an arm outstretched and with
And
one
then the ice cracks,
with one knee up.
and like her fingers are cracking, and then we see her later, because I don't know.
And then the ice
She's
cracks some more.
dead. She's dead, Al. She's gone.
The ice cracks some more and
Killed
her head falls off. The end.
Wait, did her
No. Just kidding.
weapons freeze? And like all of her stuff?
Pretty much.
Because if just her flesh froze,
Just her flash.
I can
No.
still loot that. A matter of fact, I'm gonna go search and see if there's anything salvageable.
Alright.
Too late. All ice.
Perception
like an ice
roll?
you'd see at a
Yep.
at a James Bond villain's house.
17.
Alright.
Is that
You
it?
actually see her bow lying in some of the frozen grass, and you can pick it up if you want.
Yep.
All right, you pick it up. It's pretty much feels like an ice cube, and it seems to sort of send like a shriek through your mind as you pick it up.
Well, that's fun.
Ah! Why do we keep picking up enchanted weapons? Come on, Sean.
And that's about it.
Give me something boring.
The shriek
I'm just
seems to
gonna-
sound like the voice of the girl who was just frozen.
That's what I was thinking. I'm just gonna shoot an angry glare in Dignan's direction.
Well, it's not his.
Oh, fuck you, eh? Get fucked.
You can do an Arcana check on the bow if you want.
My Arcana is
Let me do it
horrible.
then. Bring it to me.
Alright, I'm gonna bring it over and let her Arcana search it.
Right. Ask nicely.
Would you pretty please Arcana search this for me? Thanks.
Please don't make her talk like that.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh.
All right.
Woo!
Roll. 10 and 9.
Bam!
Plus,
Plus 9, so that's 29, my friends. I know everything about this bow.
All right, you give it the once over, and you can tell that there's really nothing enchanted about it, but you can tell that it seemed to have been enchanted very recently, and it was completely dispelled. Probably when she picked it up.
Huh.
Like it seemed like a very user-specific enchantment.
what up?
Alright, do I get my crystal back, Mr. Equalis?
Oh. I just tossed this.
Oh, by the way, Declan, that's to the city, by the way.
What the? Let's set things up backwards. Oh.
Alright, ta-da! We're done, we won! We found out things that made us unhappy on the inside, but that's okay.
We killed some people.
We learned some things about ourselves that we're not happy with. We all shoot each other uncomfortable
This is-
glances as violin music.
This is pretty fucked up, eh? I blame all of you awful people.
As the song "Closing Time" plays, and we all shoot each other uncomfortable glances.
Closing
Thatch kind
time.
of mutters to himself in Mostrian as you walk.
just whatever he says, I just nod and I'm like, yeah, buddy, I know.
He looks at you confused. The end.